Welcome to Science Meets Adventure, exploring nature's secret, where we journey into the hidden corners of our planet to uncover the wonders that science, time, and nature have created together. Today, we set foot in one of the world's most extraordinary natural phenomena, a place where Earth opens its heart to reveal pools of deep, glowing blue, a place where the boundary between the scientific and the spiritual disappears. We are traveling to Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, home of the ancient Maya, to discover the secret world of the cenotes. From above, the Yucatan appears like an endless green carpet, thick jungles stretching to the horizon, dotted with mysterious circles of turquoise water. These are the cenotes, thousands of them scattered across the land like jewels. But to understand their beauty, we must first understand their origin. Long before humans walked these lands, this entire region lay beneath a warm, shallow sea. Over millions of years, coral reefs and marine life built thick layers of limestone, a rock both solid and fragile, easily shaped by water and time. When the sea withdrew, it left behind a vast flat plateau of porous stone, riddled with hidden caves and passages. Then, around 66 million years ago, something unimaginable happened. A massive asteroid, 10 kilometers wide, struck near what is now the town of Chicxulub on the northern coast of Yucatan. The impact was cataclysmic. It ended the reign of the dinosaurs and transformed the planet forever. Shockwaves fractured the limestone deep underground, creating networks of cracks and voids that stretched for hundreds of kilometers. Over millions of years, rainwater began to seep into these fractures, dissolving the limestone and carving out vast underground rivers and caverns. Sometimes, the ceilings of these caves collapsed, exposing the hidden water to the surface. Each collapse formed a new cenote, a natural sinkhole filled with pure crystalline groundwater. And so, the Yucatan became a land of hidden water, a living labyrinth beneath the forest floor. Cenotes are, in essence, windows into the Earth's aquifer, natural wells connecting the surface world to an enormous underground river system known as the Great Maya Aquifer. Because the Yucatan has no surface rivers or lakes, these underground channels are the region's lifeblood. Every drop of fresh water that sustains the forests, animals, and people of the peninsula flows through this invisible network. The clarity of cenote water is astonishing. Rain filters through layers of limestone, removing nearly every impurity. In some cenotes, divers encounter a strange shimmering layer called a halocline, where fresh water from the surface meets salt water from the sea. The result is a surreal visual effect, a floating veil where light bends, colors twist, and the boundary between two worlds becomes blurred. To dive through a halocline is to witness physics and beauty merge. It is science at its most poetic. Yet to the ancient Maya, these places were more than geological wonders. They were sacred. The Maya saw the world as three realms: the sky above, the earth we walk upon, and the watery underworld below, a spiritual dimension called Xibalba. The cenotes were the gateways between them, the entrances through which souls could travel, where gods listened, and where life itself began. For the Maya, water was not merely a resource, it was a living spirit, the breath of creation. Many of their great cities, Chichen Itza, Tulum, Coba, were built near cenotes, for they provided both physical sustenance and spiritual connection. Archaeologists exploring the sacred cenote of Chichen Itza have found offerings that reveal the depth of this reverence: gold jewelry, jade ornaments, pottery, and even human remains, all placed as gifts to the gods of rain and fertility. These were acts of devotion, prayers cast into the water for balance between humans and nature. Standing beside such a cenote, surrounded by the echo of the jungle, one can almost hear the whisper of ancient chants carried on the breeze. The air feels different, heavier, sacred, alive. Beneath the surface, cenotes are ecosystems unlike any other. Their constant temperature, filtered light, and mineral-rich waters create habitats for species found nowhere else on Earth. Tiny blind fish glide silently through the darkness, having lost their eyes over generations of adaptation. Freshwater shrimp and rare algae thrive in the stillness, while bats and swallows circle above the cave entrances. Around the cenotes, the forests flourish, dense and vibrant, fed by the underground water. Here, life and geology intertwine in perfect harmony. It is a fragile equilibrium, reminding us how deeply connected every element of nature truly is. For travelers, exploring a cenote is an experience that touches both body and soul. Imagine hiking through a trail of green shadows, the air thick with humidity, and the calls of tropical birds. Suddenly, the jungle opens, and before you lies a natural pool, a circle of sapphire light surrounded by stone walls draped with vines. The surface is so clear that the sky seems to continue underwater. You step closer, feel the cool air rising from below, and descend the steps carved into the rock. When you dive, the water embraces you with its silence. It is cool, pure, almost weightless. As you float beneath hanging roots and beams of sunlight, time dissolves. The world above disappears, and for a brief moment, you exist between Earth and eternity. There are thousands of cenotes, each with its own character. Cenote Iquil, near Chichen Itza, is one of the most famous, a vast circular pool open to the sky, surrounded by cascading vines and songbirds. Cenote dos Ojos, or Two Eyes, is a diver's paradise, where two circular openings connect to a labyrinth of underwater caves illuminated by beams of blue light. Others, like the Pit, plunge more than 100 meters deep, a cathedral of stone and water that humbles even the most experienced explorers. Each cenote is a chapter in Earth's history, a story written in water, rock, and time. But the magic of the cenotes is not confined to nature alone. Around them, life flourishes in small Maya villages where traditions remain strong. Here, locals still tell stories of spirits guarding the sacred waters, of songs sung to the rain gods, and of respect owed to the land. Visitors are welcomed not only to swim, but to learn, to share food, laughter, and the quiet rhythm of daily life. After a morning spent diving or swimming, nothing compares to tasting authentic Yucatecan cuisine. Cochinita pibil, slow-cooked pork wrapped in banana leaves and marinated in achiote, fresh tortillas topped with beans, avocado, and chili, and a glass of cold agua de chaya, green and vibrant like the forest itself. The flavors carry the same balance as the land, rich, humble, and deeply rooted in tradition. Scientists, too, are drawn to the cenotes, not only for their beauty, but for the secrets they hold. Every exploration reveals new insights into Earth's history. Fossils of giant sloths, saber-toothed cats, and even early humans have been found preserved in the oxygen-free depths. Stalactites inside the caves record ancient climate patterns, offering clues about droughts and floods that shaped civilizations. Geologists map the aquifer to understand how fresh and salt water interact beneath the peninsula, while biologists catalog new species adapted to this hidden world. The cenotes are living laboratories, windows into the planet's past and future, showing how fragile and interconnected our environment truly is. But this wonder is under threat. Tourism and pollution have begun to strain the delicate balance of the Yucatan's groundwater systems. Sunscreens, plastics, and agricultural runoff seep into the aquifer, endangering both wildlife and human communities. Conservation efforts are now more urgent than ever. Protecting the cenotes is not just about preserving beauty, it is about safeguarding the water that sustains life itself. In the end, the story of the cenotes is also a story about our relationship with nature, how we use, respect, and protect the elements that give us life. As the sun sets over the jungle, the air cools, and the sounds of cicadas fade into the distance. A golden light filters through the trees, reflecting on the still surface of the cenote. The water becomes a mirror, showing both the sky above and the stone below, a perfect symbol of the connection between heaven and earth, science and spirit, past and present. The Maya once believed that these pools were the eyes of the earth, and standing before one, it's easy to understand why. They seem to gaze back at us, reminding us of the ancient truth that we are not separate from nature, but part of its endless cycle. This journey through the cenotes of Mexico is more than a lesson in geology or history. It is a meditation on wonder. Beneath the surface of the world, hidden in the stillness of blue water, lie the memories of our planet. To explore them is to listen to the voice of the earth itself, calm, eternal, and wise. These waters connect generations, civilizations, and elements, carrying within them the echo of creation. You have been watching Science Meets Adventure, exploring nature's secret. If this journey has inspired you, if it made you see nature with new eyes, then join us again as we uncover more of Earth's hidden miracles. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, so together we can keep exploring the mysteries that make our planet so endlessly fascinating.